GM Farcaster. It is a happy Friday, August 9th, and you are here with Nounish Prof and Chic Things, my guest co-host for the vacationing Adrienne, who is off in Belize having a blast. And welcome, Chic. How are you today?
GM, thank you. I'm great. Happy Friday. We made it.
Happy Friday. We did make it, and it's been a rough one. So I'm glad to report that I'm still standing.
I'm so glad you are. What a rough travel you had.
It was a
Damn
rough
Debbie.
week. Right. Damn Debbie. It's been a rough one. So we're at a little different time today. Hopefully everybody finds us. I did just do a little ping, let people know we were on, and excited to have you here. So we're going to talk about our usual stuff, and then we're going to talk about Hire.
Yay.
Hire FM, and I'm really excited about that. Before I jump into everything, shout out to Nouns, which celebrated a 3-year birthday yesterday, and we did a little last-minute stream of the Noun O'Clock while we pick a new noun every day, and that was a lot of fun. So happy birthday, Nouns.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I have to shout out.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a milestone.
It is a milestone. It's shocking that we've made it this far. Dows are hard.
Yes.
So that's why I get my hat on today. Dows are hard, but we're still standing. So continuing on. And by the way, I forgot to pull this cast, but if you have purple noggles, and I did see the lovely Chic in there already with her purple noggle entry. Go enter in the builder channel if you have a picture of yourself with the purple noggles, and you can win some ETH. So let me see if I can pull up your fabulous picture. It was amazing, so cute. But here is, hold on, let me pull this up on the screen. Here's the post. Make sure you get your picks in because you will win a share of the prize pool. So, oh my God, how cute is this one? By the way,
cute.
This is Christopher's little one. I'm like, please go put that in there.
Cute.
He looks like a real life Lil Noun.
My kid wants some purple too.
I'll send you some.
Yeah.
I can't find yours right now, but thank you everyone who's posted already, and you have until the end of next week, or actually the week after. I think you have until the 23rd to post your pick, and then the Builder DAO members will be voting with their likes. So go click on those picks, and very excited to see everyone's purple noggle picks. All right, moving on, we have some notes from Dan and the team. This one is, we just upgraded React Native for the Warpcast mobile apps. Please let us know if you see an uptick in hard crashes or any other weirdness specific to the app, not just weirdness in general. There can be a lot of weirdness.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to be specific here. Sadly, the React Native upgrade will not make your casts funnier. That's on you. I don't have that problem. I don't know about anybody else, but
that's great.
As Aaron said below here, fortunately, I am hilarious.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yes, you are, Aaron. So there you go. This also from Dan. Sign in with Farcast is actually sign in with Warpcast. And then he kind of goes on to refute this a little bit. The AuthKit library is open source. Anyone is free to fork it and make it work with their clients. Sounds like an opportunity for another fork. There you go.
Yay.
The long-term goal is to make it work with any Farcaster wallet, apps that can handle all Farcaster-specific signatures and transactions for using the on-chain hub identity system. 3, sign in with Farcaster is currently an extension of sign in with Ethereum. This means you need to sign in with your Farcaster custody address, private key, which for the vast majority of users is stored on their phone with Warpcast Mini in a passkey. 4, we opted for the pragmatic V1 where it works reasonably well. Still some improvements on QR code for most people in a more human readable way around permissions and normal sign in with Ethereum signature. And then 5, we'll eventually add it to make it support multiple Farcaster wallets, but there hasn't been much demand from users, and devs have preferred us to focus on growth. He goes on more about that. You can check out this cast. It will be in our show notes. But essentially, just kind of describing the sign-in with Farcaster flow. And that's what makes it, easy to sign in a lot of these apps, which I appreciate very much. So moving on to things. We've got this from V. Update, experiment was a success. Power Badge is no more in Warpcast. Active users saw no impact and new users benefited from this change. Warpcast will remove Power Badges from the UI permanently. If you are a developer who uses Power Badge, Nanar will continue supporting the Power Badge API for you.
Wow.
So from the experiment, hiding Power Badges, how Power Badges will be hidden for a week. We're running this experiment. New users find it hard to get follows due to Power Badge bias, and Power Badge isn't being used much in Warpcast anymore. So that's a big change.
That's big news, yeah.
Yeah, this coupled with the no more auto follow list is it's getting interesting here.
Times are changing.
Status as a service is kind of going away. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that? Any thoughts on the changes? I don't know if have you noticed any change in like your followers or any changes at all in your algorithm lately?
It's hard to know, like, really to identify what the changes in the algo have been. There's definitely been a different experience on Warpcast this week. I didn't really I didn't attribute it to the Power Badge, but I kind of forgot. I forgot that it was removed.
I feel like, there's definitely I have a couple things happening. One, like I feel like my feed's a little better, a little more active. But however, I feel like I'm still missing a lot of people.
I'm definitely
So I have to go like actively find them. I'll just think of someone. I'll be like, I haven't seen them cast for a while. I wonder if they're just on vacation. And I'll go look and like, no, they're casting multiple times a day and I'm just not seeing it. So I feel then I have to go like interact and then I start to see it again. But so that's working more like traditional social media. So
yeah, that's
and
a good point. I am doing that.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, we're at that tricky stage where like the growth and it gets a little uncomfy,
Yeah,
definitely. The house party is now open to the world, so.
And they have to adjust for the larger crowd. So
exactly.
that's the other part of this.
Yeah.
So I agree. It's interesting. And I don't know that I've noticed anything major from the Power Badge from the auto follow list and the lack of it anymore. I have noticed. I definitely have fewer followers each week. I don't think it's a huge deal personally, but there's definitely a significant difference in terms of number of new followers and things like that. But hopefully what that means is that other people are getting more followers, you know what I mean? That's starting to balance out into something that is better for all.
Yeah, for sure. I have noticed the notifications are all lumped together. So that's a place where without the like priority mode, Power Badge. Yeah, I have
good
noticed
point.
that.
Yeah, and there's been and we didn't talk about this the other day, but I noticed like Linda had mentioned about, with Moxie, we have some new reply meta, if you will. So she was having some challenges with notifications because she was getting so many more replies because people are farming. So trying to sort through and figure out what's real, what's not. And some people are farming pretty intelligently. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Coming back from base camp, I was like, what's going on here? What's happening? People are so mad.
Anytime there's something new, we got to just, let it settle. It'll settle out. I've definitely noticed some things. I had quote tweeted something and I got like 4 or 5 replies of like, did you mean for this to be a reply? You must have meant for this to be a reply. And I'm like, are you meaning for me to reply to your ridiculous reply? Is that what you're doing? See if I'll give you a boost? Like, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, so that's how that works now. You're
So if you see,
educating me on how this works because I'm like, I haven't taken the time to like dive into it. So I'm just like, I see people are talking about engagement farming. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm just continuing to show up and do what I do. So
that's all you
whatever.
need to do. Just
Yeah.
show up and post cast what you want to cast, and
Yeah.
hopefully you're casting bangers.
Just be real.
Um, just be real. Just be real, man. I just
Oh,
want
that
real
does
people on
remind
this
me.
app.
I did see a post from someone that was saying like people are stopped interacting with them because they think it's like because they're trying to farm, but it was like genuine. And I was like, oh, well, don't do that. Like, just
Yeah, I don't.
still be
I think
real.
sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it
There might be
is.
some folks who are just, they're just your normal reply guys. They
Mm-hmm.
they 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 like to reply a lot, and that's just their normal thing. And then you're going to have others who are specifically trying to farm the moxie. So
Right. Yeah. We'll see.
this too shall pass. This too
Yeah.
shall pass. We'll get through this. Moving on. This from Varun FIP extend storage expiry. This was interesting. Give all existing storage units an extra free year to avoid user churn and
Mm.
unnecessary work for clients. Reduce the size of new storage units issued. Lets us bring down the cost of registration in the future. So this is interesting. Will keep an eye on it. I like the first part for sure. I'm not sure how I like the second part.
Yeah. I'm like, I've been
But
topping
maybe.
up over here.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
why smaller? But okay.
Yeah.
Um, I also have 4 at the moment, so I have
Nice.
lots of storage. But I still run through my like storage very quickly.
Me too.
Don't you? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
always
I
gone.
got to
I'm
watch
always
that
maxed
more.
out. I just
Yeah.
like
I don't care.
liberally and whatever, but it's really going to be interesting with the new Moxie meta because there's benefits to liking, there's benefits to
Mm.
commenting, there's benefits to recast. Like if that is causing congestion on the
Oh,
network or
interesting.
people to max out storage and more so,
Right.
we'll see. We'll see. So who
I
knows?
often will like, recast, and reply, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
I do
using
the
all my
same.
reactions here.
If I like something enough, I'm absolutely gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot
Yeah.
of my stuff is not, yeah, you can't I'm not thinking about how it's impacting Moxie unless it's obvious farming,
Yeah.
then I might.
Or
Um,
storage.
yeah, exactly. This from Ted, this was similar to what we were just talking about. Network is slowly entering the initial follow list was good actually era, because that we've seen a few times. And
Mm.
then this from Kia, Club Ted can testify I was always in the camp of I don't want to get rid of the auto follow list. I just want to be on the list. And I thought that
Hmm.
was
Wasn't that the
funny.
issue all along? Like, if we're being
Yeah.
honest, like that seemed to be the vibe.
It was like, those of us on it were like, it's fine. We don't mind.
Right. We don't
And those
care.
who were on it were like, we hate the auto follows. And there was something in between there where I did agree with folks who were like, there's people on here who never cast. I'm
Hmm.
like, fair. That's fair. They shouldn't
Hmm.
be on there. It really should be, more active people or having a
Right.
larger list or what have you. But I did think that was a funny one. It's like, I didn't want you to get rid of it. I just wanted to be on it.
Yeah, exactly. I
But
was
we
on a
will.
social platform a few years ago, and they rotated through that kind of auto follow list, but I think it was helpful for people that were new because they could find conversations quickly, which was the whole
Yeah.
point. Dan has said that many, many times. Like, that was the
Right.
point, is to get
Right.
people in and part of a conversation. But to your
And I
point,
haven't done the new flow yet with anyone, or sometimes I know there's some folks who go on and add new accounts all the time to see what the flow is. And I just know that it's changed, but I haven't seen like, are they getting suggestions now based on channels? I think that was the plan, but I'm not sure how that's working. So
mm, yeah,
I should
interesting.
probably just spin up a new account just to check it out for the heck of it,
With all your
just to
free
say
time, go for it.
with my free time. With
Yeah,
my free time, I'll work on that.
good.
Um, by the way, a lot of complaints recently that Farcaster doesn't have enough beef. This is from Dan. I'm happy to fight with you. Cassie started a pineapple belongs on pizza fight. So there you go.
There we
Uh,
go.
Dan's
pulling out
reply.
the big ones.
Pull out the big one. Dan's reply. If you put pineapple on a pizza, it's no longer pizza. It's cheesy fruit bread.
Hey, he's not wrong. But I like pineapple on pizza sometimes, not all the time. But
It
that's
does
a
not
good
belong on
point. It
pizza.
is cheesy fruit bread.
I am in the camp with Dan on this one, but also we are people who do not eat fruit. So
Oh,
famously
right.
so. Famously so. So there's that. This from Johnny. Shout out to GT and the Warpcast team for improving subscriber-only group chats. From now on, Hypersub NFTs will gate access even if they're hidden on OpenSea, because this is a problem. If you run into any issues, please reply below. So this was a problem with the tokened group chats from Hypersub. The token might get dropped, and usually did get dropped into your hidden folder at first until you moved it away, and out of there you couldn't join the group chat. So I remember when we first had the Hypersub and we were setting up the Wawa group chat, I had to manually add a bunch of people as well. Wow. So good to see that. Yeah, super helpful. So appreciate that work. So now this is working properly. This was really cool from Samuel Huber. Huber? Yeah, I think it's Huber. Farcaster Legos explained composer action, launch mini app, get back new post, mini app, do whatever within WordPress and maybe new post or just close. Cast action, launch frame or get info in text message. Frame, do whatever with Game Boy style 4 buttons, one display and an input field. Bot, reply to some casts with whatever text or embed, image, frame, link, videos you want. App and application using Farcaster data, like the social graph following user data, messages, and posts. Direct message someone on Warpcast, not Farcaster generic. And I thought this was helpful in terms of like sort of breaking down the different developer tools or options. And I think when we think about app, we're thinking about things like Dracula, things that are sit outside of Warpcast, but that have that connection. So I thought this was interesting. And bot also can be programmable DCs. Programmable direct messages. So keep that in mind too.
That's super cool.
Yeah, so some good tools.
It's a good list.
Yeah, it's a good list. So thanks for that, Samuel. This from Cameron, and you had actually sent this to me. 2 things are true right now. The bots are back, BB. Yeah, no kidding. And 2, there have never been more interesting people to discover in the nooks and crannies of this app. So both things can be true at the same. So there you go. And me exploring FC after reading this, relevant to your interests. I do think, we are seeing a lot of bots. We are seeing, like we said, the reply meta of trying to interact and get the moxie, but also I do see a lot more interesting people who are interacting. So who are real humans.
Same.
So,
I'm seeing, honestly, maybe I'm just not noticing that they're bots, but I'm seeing less bots than when degen tipping was like at its peak.
I think the degen tipping at its peak, you were seeing obvious bots.
True.
I think now between the AI bots that they're getting better. They were very obvious for a while and they were all repeating each other. But now they're getting a little better. So there's that aspect. And then we have like this new, again, reply meta. So they're maybe being a little bit more sneaky. So
that makes sense. I must not be a bot magnet, which I'm thankful for. I'm not going to curse myself.
And some bots are good. Like I appreciate when I'm getting notifications of things that I need to know. So some of the bots are good bots. There's good bots. There's bad bots.
You got to sort through the bots.
You got to sort through the bots and see which ones are good and bad. This from Zora. This was big news yesterday. Today, we released a major upgrade of the Zora protocol. We are bringing secondary markets on chain with Uniswap to unlock more value for creators and collectors after a mint. When the mint ends, the market begins. Our goal is to build the most rewarding place to recreate and collect on the internet. This means pairing the most efficient minting models with the most simple user experience possible. This requires constant iteration and evolution of the protocol level. By pairing Zoras and Uniswap Zora and Uniswap, we are able to introduce a new era of creator royalties called secondary rewards. Every time a collector buys and sells on Uniswap, the creator will earn a percentage of that sale via the LP fees. These are on chain and can't be removed. This upgrade at addresses. Oh my God. This upgrade addresses one of the largest collector pain points, missing a mint. Instead of seeing an ended mint and not being able to do anything about it, collectors can easily buy off the secondary market at the best available price. There are two updates. Sorry, this is very long. There are two updates to the core minting protocol, a new mint fee of 111, 3-day default duration. 3 days is short enough to capture the essence of the moment, but long enough for everyone around the world to see it. We engineered an extension of the ERC 1155 standard, like WETH, where ETH is wrapped and unwrapped into an ERC 20 form. An ERC 1155 can easily be wrapped and unwrapped into ERC 20 form directly on the contract. This combines the provenance of Zora with the liquidity of Uniswap. We are putting the full power of crypto into the hands of creators and collectors. We've unlocked new creator royalties, a powerful post-mint collector experience, price discovery when a mint ends, open and on-chain markets, new imagination era. The user experience feels like magic. On the web, you can simply buy and sell at the current available price. On mobile, you can double tap a post to easily buy and sell a mint after mint has ended. Small percentage of the mint fee is used to bootstrap the Uniswap market at the end of the mint, making it instantly liquid. We hope that a more efficient market means that important and viral mints can realize the value more effectively, benefiting creators and collectors. Read the full announcement here, including more details and protocol upgrades. And then this from Ep140. I love the new features are introduced. It's really innovative, and I believe it will offer many new use cases for anyone still confused. Here's a brief summary. Once the minting period for the NFT ends, they transform into tokens and become tradable as tokens. Both creator and collector benefit from this. Okay, so that was a lot. It's a huge change. I think it is sort of playing off the 404 standard as well and sort of that mechanic. But this is really different. Not 100% sure how I feel about it. I just link Ash Money just said in the chat, feels like NFTs becoming less and less about the art. This is feeling a little bit like that. There's often been the comment from a lot of folks that NFTs are just shitcoins with pictures. I have never bought into that at all. However, it's kind of ruining my point. So what are your thoughts on this, on this new mechanic?
I think it's interesting, and especially right now where we're at with NFTs and so much of like minting the moment. There's a lot of memes happening. So on one hand, it supports that in a really healthy way for the ecosystem moving forward, for things to go viral, for things to really catch. The majority of my creating and collecting is on Zora. And I'm thrilled about the secondary market, for one, because it does suck when you go and you've missed a mint and there's not anything you can do about it other than try and surf OpenSea, excuse me, and see if something is there. I think it paves the way, opens a door for maybe a new fine art marketplace to kind of come in and maybe build another client kind of situation on top of Zora. But maybe there's, it opens the doors for something new. I'm not sure.
It could. I think it's, I think with a lot of things like this, I need to wait and see how it plays out. I need to see examples of it. I totally missed Zora's mint. That was the sort of demonstration of this. I just totally, wasn't paying attention they only released it for 3 hours. But I think that was one particular example. And I think we just have to see it play out before I'll know what are the best use cases for it. Cause there might be some great ones. I don't know. I do think additional secondary markets are important because we do have limited options. What Zora had been doing up to this point, though, was if you had minted something, the mint ended, and then you went to that page, if it would just say collect, and it would bring you to OpenSea or somewhere else. So
Right.
to be able to mint there. So this is going to be just a different take on that option. So
were you
I
able
don't
to
know.
collect the Zora mint on secondary?
I didn't even try.
Yeah.
So
And the prices are much lower now. So it's about
yeah,
25 to 35 cents instead of $3 per mint, which is,
interesting.
yeah, which is really different. Like zooming out, if we're really taking what, Base has been saying, bring the world on chain,
Right.
this is a huge step forward to do that, in my opinion. As an artist, I don't see that it personally devalues my art because I can still choose other options. There
Right.
are options still out there. So yeah, that's kind of my take on it initially, and we'll see how it goes. It's another experiment.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that yeah, we just have to kind of wait and watch and see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I loved this cast that you did with your FWB
Thank
Basecamp
you.
wrap up. This was adorable. Loved this. Made me want to go and do one. I really should. But this was fantastic, and I really loved your photos and your take on this.
Thank you.
Um, it captured some of my favorite moments.
Yeah,
So
a little
I
behind the
appreciate it.
scenes of GM Farcaster.
Yeah, you got to be behind the scenes. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of
Uh,
fun.
I had a blast. Yeah, so this is the second time. It's been only a little over a week since you've been on. So
Mm-hmm.
this is pretty funny. But one thing I want to talk about while we have you here is Higher FM. So this was from you, announcement, TLDR. Higher FM is launching for on-air summer with UFOclub.eth. Higher conversations and music curation. Stay tuned for details and programming. So we
Mm-hmm.
can go ahead and read that, but let's dive into what you have planned. So
Yeah.
what is Higher FM? When is it launching? And how can people listen?
So Higher FM is an on-chain radio station. Part of my
Fun.
background, I used to host a morning radio show on traditional radio. And one of the things that I really loved was mixing conversations with music and creating a cool storytelling element between those two aspects and bringing the elements of sound together to send a stronger message. And I was definitely I don't know the right words, maybe tied by, the higher ups and by traditional music industry labels and what we could say, what we could do, what we had to play. And while we pushed the
When
edges
you
of
say
that.
you had to play, that would be like, things you had promotions for and sponsorships
Mhm.
for, things like that. So
Yes. So yeah, so traditional radio, the big labels pay the stations to play
right.
their artists and their music and to really push singles and things like that. So there wasn't a lot of choice when it came to us as DJs and curators and hosts, like on traditional radio. So I'm taking that aspect with this freedom of being on chain, where I can curate conversations that feel good and that are motivating and inspiring. These conversations are evergreen content, so that when people come, when they find Higher, when they find on chain a year or two from now, they'll be able to still resonate with it because they're universal themes. How can we be our best self? How can we show up and be great in our local community while also being a global citizen? And I started with tapping into the Higher network and having conversations with people that are active there.
Love it.
And like I said, the format will be chopped with music and like conversation, so a little bit of spoken word and music mixed in with some affirmations. And everything that I do is infused with high vibrational energy and frequencies. So I've taken a lot of time in the post production and the post editing to make sure that when people listen, they feel good after. That's my whole point.
I love
Like,
it.
I
I
want you to
love it.
feel good. I want you to feel better.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's really exciting. So when are you officially launching? And do
So
you have some folks that you've already chatted with? Like, who are you going to
mhm,
be featuring?
mhm.
Give us the alpha. This is what I'm
Okay.
here for. I'm here for the
Okay.
alpha, she bangs.
Okay. So, officially launching August 19th, UFO Network has created this beautiful infrastructure. So, it's basically like internet radio. So, if you're familiar with NTS Live, you'll be able to go to the site. There's going to be collectives and shows from all over the world. When someone live streams on the network, on the station, it'll take over the whole site, which is really cool. So, all
Awesome.
of the focus from all these collectives will be in one spot. A little bit of
That's really
alpha.
cool.
There's a really amazing collaborative art project that's going to be dropping the week of launch, with scenes from all over the world, all these different collectives, storytelling. There's like digital postcards. So that's something really cool to look forward to. Hire will be on Saturdays. So it'll be Hire Saturdays.
Nice.
And so far, I've recorded some incredible conversations with people like Light, Kagusha, Six, Colfax. I've got some others. Sonia from Splits is in there. I've got a few others that are scheduled. We're going to be recording in the next week. And
Amazing.
yeah, I've got some incredible DJs that have been part of it so far. I've got Robin and Rob Felt. Myself, we've recorded Higher Running Club mixes, and we're going to be recording more mixes and curating that and building it out further. And then I'll be bringing in some of my DJ peers that I've known for the past decade. So it's going to be really fun.
Incredible. This is going to be really fun. I think it's going to be really different. I'm really excited. I hope you all are as well. Doofy's in the chat. And he just said, first he was spamming us Gib Alpha, which he just did. But then he just said, just realized, no bangs.
I know. I heard that a lot. Chic no, that's actually another nickname of mine because of that.
She is Chic No Bangs.
Yeah, Bangs was a childhood nickname, so.
I am really excited for this. When you were first telling me, I'm like, this sounds really cool. I'm really excited. So, and I didn't even realize how many people you've already got in there. Oh, rugged. They're saying you rugged them, the bangs.
No.
You rugged the bangs.
It's also a play on words for bangers. So like,
yeah,
you can expect
she
bangers,
bangs.
okay?
She bangs. She bangs. Yeah. Do with that what you will.
Yeah.
So that's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to Higher FM. I think it's going to be so fun. So look for that. We're going to play a little bit of music as we head out in just a moment. From you. You do have right now the Light mixtape. So this is going to be interesting. 1988. I don't know. That got my attention for some reason. I haven't listened to this yet, but I'm excited.
It's fun. Good.
And we'll listen to a little bit as we head out. But a couple more things that I want to just shout out. This was from, whoops, let me show it on the screen. That would help. Wasn't even showing that on the screen. This is from Andrea, who is headed to, she's in Paris right now. Today is the first breaking Olympic sport. So breakdancing. And they're there because Nouns sponsored a breakdancing team. They did not make it into the Olympics, but they still were able to attend. They got tickets and were able to attend because they were in the finals. I think they came in 24th and only the top 16 or something like that went on. So I'm wishing Andrea good luck because her goal today is to get a pair of those noggles on Snoop Dogg. So good luck, Andrea.
Amazing. Oh, that would be great. That's a good goal.
Look for the noggles at the Olympics. And then I did love this from Justin. I'm a Hall of Famer. Me, if holding onto my bags too long was an Olympic sport. I think many such cases. Many such cases. So this has been so fun. I'm going to pull up. I want to make sure we touch on your music right now because it's so amazing as we head out. And I will be back on Monday at 8:30 a.m. and I will have the amazing Doofy. Yes, Doofy. I see you down there. With my co-host on Monday, and I'm excited to get his takes. Yeah, you. Yeah, you didn't know? Yes, you. It's going to be interesting, is all I can say. If you know Doofy, you're going to want to be here. It's going to be fun. And as we head out, we are going to give this a bit of a listen. and then we'll close it up. But I'm excited for everything that's to come, Chic. And yeah, let's give a little listen to the light mix.
Thank you. This is one of those short, quick mints. You got to catch it.
I love your vibe. Your vibe is so good.
Thank you. These are the songs created by Light, and then I threw them into a DJ mix. So it's like a collaborative effort here.
Incredible. All right, everybody. We're going to head out. Have a happy Friday. And we will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Moving fast now, so shine.